Swallowed Star 504 Longing for Blood River Crystal. Chapter 504 Longing for Blood River Crystal. Luo Feng continuously studied the effects of the absorption of the Blood River Crystal for half a month. Only 2 days had passed on Blood River continent, before finally getting a good grasp on its overall benefits. Its mysterious energy permeated deep into one's cells, creating a change that occurred from the very essence within to trigger evolution. It caused every cell to be infused with a mysterious special energy. This wasn't genetic energy, wasn't spirit energy, it was something unknown. He only needed to drive this energy. Standing topless in his pavilion's second floor, with a snort, he controlled his body's every cell. As he did that, the countless connections from before immediately triggered that unknown energy. Suddenly, a blood-red engraving that seemed simple yet incomparably magical appeared on his chest. When it appeared on his skin, Luo Feng's perception of the world was completely different from before. How wonderful! Luo Feng closed his eyes. Gold, wood, water, fire, ground, wind, thunder, light, time, space. Before his absorption of the crystal, many of the universe origin laws, along with the 2 laws space and gold with which he had some achievements and still felt like a blur. This was completely unlike the Golden Horned Beast, or the Masha clan body, whose comprehension was still higher. However, when he triggered the unknown energy and the engraving appeared on his chest, everything cleared up. Even his control of the laws became somewhat easier. Nightmare, Luo Feng waved his blade. Chilly flash of the blade made hearts tremble. World's End, countless and endless flashes. It could stop 10 million enemies. Hatred, a brutal and incredibly savage flash. It could cut through anything obstructing it. Illusion, almost like a drunken warrior randomly waving his blade. Yet it also resembled countless blades waving about. Pensive, a blur silhouette accompanied the blurry flashes of the blade. Burial, the final and most savage attack. It made hearts tremble in fear. Dutchman's Pipe, a dance in the face of life and death, hoping it to bloom before death. Luo Feng didn't use his genetic energy to unleash his blade work in the pavilion. His spirit energy formed a protective barrier. At least it guaranteed that his attacks wouldn't damage the construct. This wonderful feeling. Luo Feng opened his eyes. Blood River Crystal, it's heavenly. The Blood River Crystal's uses were similar to the Masha body. Even if the Masha body's comprehension was lower, it could still unleash a shocking amount of power. Also, it made his comprehension of the space laws easier. After absorbing the Blood River Crystal, it wasn't just space laws. His feeling for the laws of the gold, wood, water, fire, ground, wind, thunder, light, space, and time all felt quite a bit clearer. Or it could also be said that after the absorption, his relationship with the universe laws was much closer and easier to feel. Since it was easier to feel, it resulted in the Earth body's comprehension speed to rise. As his relationship with the laws gets closer, when he unleashes an attack, the power would be amplified 1-fold. If the Earth human body can only use the 100-thread movement, with the same amount of comprehension, the Masha clan could unleash the 10,000-thread movement. It's a pity. The Masha clan unleashing space techniques has 10 times the power. However, with the absorption of the crystal, it only increased by 20 to 30%. Luo Feng laughed. I can't be too greedy. The Masha clansman is, after all, the strongest assassins in the universe. They couldn't be joking about that. As heavenly as the Blood River Crystal was, it raised his comprehension for all the laws. And when unleashing these laws, his powers all rose greatly as well. By absorbing 1 Blood River Crystal, his power grew by 20 to 30%. Blood Warrior? Black Warrior? Luo Feng pondered. Since there's such a saying of the Blood Warrior and Black Warriors, I think, after absorbing 3 crystals, there'll be a special change. Absorbing 10 will have an even more shocking change. Blood River Crystals. I have to acquire them now, the more the better. Luo Feng's eyes gleamed. The Masha clansmen were born with certain skills, and absorbing more Blood River Crystals could help him get to a point like a Masha clansman being. Of course, the more Blood River Crystals he absorbed, the harder it got. Otherwise, the Black Warrior saying wouldn't just be a saying anymore. Tonight, I'll go take care of the city leader. Luo Feng's eyes were cold. He's the one in Swallow Mound City with the most crystals. Swallow Mound City, General's Mansion. City leader Rock Wind Xiong stood looking gloomy on his balcony. Behind him were 8 high-level officers. "Speak, where's the general?" Rock Wind Xiong said softly. "I've ordered for him, yet he didn't even reply. I've even come looking for him, and he's not here. Just where did he go? His scoundrel friend Pure Feather Chong is already dead. Where is he?" Back then, Rock Wind Zhan and Pure Feather Chong were indeed the two that played about madly. They did all sorts of crooked activities. They were too numerous to count. Among the two, one was the Pure Feather family leader, while the other was Swallow Mound City's general. Who in Swallow Mound City would dare mess with them? City leader, we don't know either. When it comes to the general's disappearance, we all don't know. Right, I think the general snuck out to play, hence he didn't tell us. The 8 high-ranking officers all replied. That bastard! Rock Wind Xiong was enraged. Give the order. The moment anyone finds the general, tell him to get over here to me. Yes. The 8 officers replied respectfully, after which Rock Wind Xiong vanished. Only at this time did the 8 relax, muttering and discussing amongst themselves. What's going on? Previously, when the general went out to play, I've never seen the city leader that furious before. It's only been 2 to 3 days so far. He's even disappeared for half a month before, and that's considered normal. No idea. However, from the looks of it, the city leader is extremely angry. The general is in trouble this time. The general was in tragic trouble indeed, because he was already dead. Late night, Luo Feng stood in his own study of the pavilion. He was dressed in black armor and boots, even bringing a helmet and mask. He carried behind him a shield and blood-red blade. City leader Rock Wind Xiong, he is close to Domain Lord Level 2, and someone who has absorbed a crystal before. Luo Feng thought, even though in domain and origin laws I far exceed him, he is still after all a domain lord. I cannot be careless. Against Pure Feather Chong, Luo Feng wore only a black robe. Against Rock Wind General, he wore a simple normal robe and was very casual.
Only this time, he was fully prepared. He even donned a mask. Because Luo Feng was very clear that unless he used the Masha clan, by simply relying on his human body alone, this would be a tough battle. There's no meaning if the battle isn't tough. The more I fight higher levels, the more interesting it will be. Luo Feng smiled. With a flash, he vanished without a trace from the pavilion. Swallow Mound City Leader's mansion, the security was tight. A blurry silhouette was moving through and it was very hard to detect. Swiftly heading towards the city leader Rock Wind Xiong's mansion. Considering that Rock Wind Xiong was the strongest within the city leader's mansion, naturally he didn't use cloud levels, universe level and sky level, star levels as bodyguards. Illusionary manual, it's more proficient in assassinations. And I'm after all only a universe level 9, if I use force against him I will be at a disadvantage. If I can assassinate him it would be beautiful. Luo Feng gazed at the distant palace. Through the universe space he could feel that there was a familiar energy within. It was Rock Wind Xiong's energy. So, Luo Feng wielded the blood shadow blade and instantly vanished. Within the palace, the tall and sturdy Rock Wind Xiong sat in his study desk, and on it were many reports. Humph! He couldn't help but smack the table and stand up. He was walking about in the study, frowning. My senior and envoy Mo, it's rare that they pay me a visit. I originally wanted to introduce them to my little brother. I didn't expect this bastard to disappear and I can't even find him. My senior and Mo have been here for 3 days and are about to leave. If I can't find him soon, the next time my brother gets to meet envoys from the Undying Shrine would be a very long time from now. Bastard, what a bastard! Rock Wind Xiong got angrier as he thought about it. Entertaining the envoys for the past few days, has it been easy? Everything was top-notch and best. Rock Wind Xiong's feelings for the skies and ground were very sensitive. He was able to feel an energy about, immediately roaring, "Who is it?" Rumble. With Rock Wind Xiong as the center, countless lightning bolts shot in all directions. It strangely shot through the palace without any hint of harming anything within. forming a huge spherical-shaped lightning barrier around a 1-kilometer area. A few soldiers and staff were all extremely afraid. However, after discovering the lightning ball didn't harm them, they still ran out with fear out of the area. Xiu! A flash of a blade immediately lit up within the palace, almost like a huge sickle slicing straight at Rock Wind Xiong. Only at this time could he barely make out a warrior dancing with his blades, completely covered in black armor. Get lost! Rock Wind Xiong roared. A large purple sledgehammer appeared in his hand. It rumbled as he swung it. Pa! The attack infused with lightning and thunder swung forward, causing the black-armored person to dodge it. This mad energy was like countless arrows shooting in all directions, causing rumbles and explosions to erupt all about the palace. At this time Rock Wind Xiong's eyes were gleaming with lightning. Holding a huge sledgehammer in each hand, he rushed forward within the palace. Indeed, a domain lord level 2, with a level 9 domain and one who has entered the gateway of the Thunder Laws. Luo Feng spit out some blood as he dodged. However, in the blink of an eye his body recovered, his gaze fixed and was once again as cold and collected as before. I'll use speed. Kill him. Shua! A roar had just erupted from Rock Wind Xiong's mouth. You! However, in an instant, an incredibly condensed golden domain was unleashed. Space and gold laws combined, melding with the terrifying domain formed in the universe space. This gold domain was a golden wave with gold properties, which fused with the universe space and immediately pressuring and destroying that thunder domain. Simultaneously around Rock Wind Xiong's body, 100 black armored warriors appeared. Every one of them wielded a 6-edged shield and blood shadow blade. Absolute Domain, Time-Space Scribbles number 2891 Technique. Messy Void Kill. Luo Feng roared within. Space Origin Laws. Wielding the 2 purple sledgehammers, Rock Wind Xiong was shocked at the scene.